sunrise is on the horizon, but you're not too sure yet. And we're going to get into the specifics. Venus, Libra, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. There's always an extended reading, which I invite you to join me for. That link is below. Or you still have a chance to join the Unbound membership and get access, full access to all the extended readings for the life of your membership, plus all the other channel perks. So check that out. Libra, your reading comes out every single Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. So remember to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content. And if you'd like to join me Monday through Friday, I do a daily tarot card reading live chat over on my second YouTube channel, Astrology Motivation, and I'll attach the link above. Yeah, we enjoy ourselves over there, so hopefully you'll find me there too. So Libra, there is a relief. The good news is this. The Pluto Venus square is over as of today, as of Tuesday. We've just gone through a new moon, hugely transformative. And if you've allowed yourself to accept the reality of what is, instead of getting lost in your dreaminess or your emotional attachments, this is going to be a pretty smooth week for you, because the ups and downs that are going to come are primarily through your relationship to the moon and Neptune this week. So those are usually more, they're usually more compatible energies with you. So even if they are at a semi-square or a square, there is definitely trouble that you can get yourself into, but it's nowhere near as harsh or extreme as Pluto. Pluto would have caused a lot of breakups. This week is about dealing with the moods and changes and, oh, I want to go back to you, or maybe I don't want to go back to you, or you know, how do I feel about this? There'll be a lot of hemming and hawing because you're dealing with the moon and challenging aspects to the moon. There will be a lot of hemming and hawing about what do I do? You know that you can't stay the same. That's not a question. But what do I do about this? How do I incorporate this into my life? There's still emotions there. And this week, the common theme is that everybody is working through all the crap. The crap is laid out there. You can't deny it, and I don't think that you even want to. But the truth is that doesn't mean everything has been addressed, and things have to be addressed now. So that's basically what you're going through. You're going through the nuts and bolts and odds and ends. There's even a couple of days where Venus is completely unaspected. So you could just feel the relief and actually happiness of being by yourself, of taking some alone time, of not being attached, or realizing that you have the freedom to make the choices that are right for you, and you don't have any obligations to anybody else, even though I know you always feel you do. And the rest of the week there will be those ebbs and flows where you will feel more obligated, more needy, more I need this emotionally, maybe I'm willing to settle more. Around the weekend, I would say watch out in particular, because that's when there's that strong energy for you guys of allowing too much, maybe allowing yourself to be too vulnerable, overdoing it, but by the way of indulgences, realizing that you're not really strong, or you don't have the self-esteem yet to be able to, you know, stop eating as much or stop drinking as much, or over partying. Like overindulgences can really cause an issue here, especially with romantic relationships or romantic encounters, that you may be giving people way too much credit because of the moment and the environment around you, instead of really seeing them for who and what they are. So ultimately, this isn't a great time to make any decisions, especially after you've already broken up with somebody, or somebody, you know, you've already let them go. Let them go, like keep them gone. But you'll be going through those last waves of emotion for all of these things, just to clear out the nuts and bolts and guts of the organ, to really just like suss it all out and make sure that it's crisp and clean. But be particularly wary around this weekend, because that's when it will be, I think, the most temptations for you. Overspending could be a temptation for you as well, more or less to overcompensate for, hey, just because something new is changed in your life, it doesn't mean that you have to like it. And I don't think you've completely or fully traveled the full gamut or gotten, you know, accepted everything as is. So ultimately, it's going to really come down to how strong am I? How much do I love myself? Lots of sirens here. How strong am I? How much do I love myself? And why am I doing these things? And what is my reasoning behind it? And what is my purpose? And what is my long-term goal? My long-term goal should always be to heal me, to help me, to love me. And if I'm doing all of those things in perfect harmony, then I will attract in people who are healthy for me and right for me and good for me. So ultimately, there may be some times where you slip and fall this week, fall back into forgiving somebody what they shouldn't be forgiven. You know, like, well, forgiveness is letting go, right? You're untethering yourself. But I mean, like, compromising something you shouldn't be compromising, going back into a situation, getting lost in the dream of an hour of happiness when there's been a whole shit ton of discourse. You know, it's that kind of thing that will be your hardest struggle this week, is just basically getting through all the nuts and bolts to the other side of this new reality that you may not have selected for yourself, but it is sort of a place to start the healing. Libra. Believe in yourself. So what it's saying coming into this week is your sense of self-esteem is compromised. For whatever reason, there could be so many different things. And listen, Venus has been under a lot of shit. Like when you're square to Pluto for a week, that's a lot of tension. That's a lot of self-judgment. That's a lot of seeing the worst of yourself. That's a lot of things falling apart, things not working out, clothes that you thought fit you, not fitting you. Like, all of those things are very real when Pluto squares Venus. So there's been a lot of tremendous discourse in your life, and that could have upended how you feel about yourself. But what's really good about those moments is I think there was clarity that was brought last week in terms of, well, these are the things that I really don't like about myself or feel really insecure about. Also, though, it became very clear what I do love and what always makes me happy. And the things that can make you smile when you're in your darkest moment are the things that you know are really what makes your heart sing. And I think that became very clear to you last week. I'm not saying that you're ready to start planting seeds or making commitments, but ultimately it's becoming very, very clear to you again, reestablishing that connection with all the stuff that matters to you. But there was a sense of sort of being upended, not a lack of commitment, either somebody's lack of commitment to you or you feeling like you were just blowing around in the wind, not knowing which direction you wanted to go in. And that is now is a lucky time. So in response to what led you into this week, there is something that is changing. Also, many new opportunities. So when it comes to romance right now, it's not the best time to establish. There's too many ebbs and flows with the moon and Neptune this week, too many aspects that keep coming and going for you to get a really great read on anything permanent. But there's a lot of opportunities coming in. There's a lot of new possibilities that are coming in. That could even be for work or for finances, because Venus is in Taurus, so that could have a lot to do with finances. So there's opportunities coming in. In other words, even if this isn't the opportunity of your dreams, there's still a sense of hope. There's still a sense of, okay, I still have footholds to climb my way out of this. And then we have freedom is yours. So there is some abundance coming in for you that I don't think you're even aware of. We're going to get deeper into that with the cards. Now is a lucky time and freedom is yours. You're going to strike lucky. Okay, but where's the luck coming from? Where is the luck coming from with Libra? Where is the luck coming from, and how is it playing out? Okay, where is the luck coming from? We have be at home and clear out the clutter. Staying near your, I know this is going to sound so crazy, but 100% this is about focusing on your home and starting to clear things out, starting to sell things. This is a perfect time for like a tag sale or something like that. It's like clear out the shit you don't need. This is a perfect time to get rid of the excess that has been building up. This is going to liberate you. I know that you love pretty things. I know that you love to accumulate specific things that matter to you. This is the time to clear out your home. It's also a wonderful task to keep you at home, because this isn't the best time to be extremely social, right? This isn't. You're vulnerable right now. You went through a lot. You've been through a lot emotionally, so it's not the best time to be exceedingly social. But it can be a wonderful time for you to clear shit out of your house and donate it, because that puts really positive karma out there saying, look how much I have. I have so much, I can give things away. And that puts you in the mindset of plentifulness, plenty, I have, it's mine, abundance. That it's the best way to do it. Also, this sense of maybe dealing with family issues that you had to get, off your chest. Or being at home is going to enable you to sort of make some decisions about where you're headed. It could even be that you are heading home, Libra. Clear out the clutter. I think this is a bunch of like, do it, get to work on something. There's definitely a let this stuff go, it's just stuff, don't hold on to it kind of thing. We have life is speeding up, antelope spirit. Things are starting to come together. Gemini energy, we're in Gemini season, so this is current. Stuff is starting to come together. There's also a lot of movement here. Opportunities are coming in and they're all starting to make sense to you. Could be even communications coming in, but I see things actually starting to come together. It's almost like this is the secret that you need to know. If you can start getting rid of stuff and unloading stuff that you don't want, that doesn't do anything for you, or start making plans to do so, or there's this sort of like taking stuff. There's an exorcism of energy when you get rid of extra stuff that's just been sitting around doing nothing. So that's kind of what I see you working on this week that's most productive. And what may not be obvious is how that actually starts to accelerate a whole almost like domino effect of good stuff happening and accelerating things. Accelerating what things? Accelerating what things? There's also some truths that are coming out because something had been cluttering it up and it's very close to home. Now, home could also mean your social circle. So, hold on. Oh, excuse me. Sometimes life stings. Damn. This is about letting the hurt out. Getting rid of old stuff, getting rid of their shit that you have held on to, right? It's not going to be the easiest, but ultimately is clarifying. Also something's nagging you, and that could be that semi-square to Neptune. Just a sense of things just never work out the way that you dreamed them. There's always disappointments, and those are building to the point of you finally being able to recognize them and see them in reality. It's the pain that's keeping you going. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. It's almost like the inspiration for all this energy is that you've got to clear it up. You don't want to see their shit around anymore. You don't want to hold on to this stuff anymore. You don't want to be responsible. You don't want to be held down anymore. It's this sense of it's you. It's you speeding up. You're finally kind of untethered enough, and these little, because if you saw the charts, it's like Venus is free, she's unaspected, and then there's a square to the moon, or there's a sextile to Neptune, and then I'm sorry, not a sextile, there's a semi-square to Neptune, and then she's free again. It's almost like a sense of these little pains in the butts will come at you this week to keep you going, to make you remember you have to go in this direction. It's not a direction that you're happy going in, but I think it's a direction that you understand you must go in. So ultimately, these little pokes and prods are going to be there simply to continue to push you in the right direction. And then we have take time out. which is don't be hard on yourself. The work that you're going to get done is to clarify yourself and to expel all this excess energy. Take time out is like, take a break from all the crap that you really don't like. Take time out. Actually take time out from work. You know, focus on the more personal stuff. Allow yourself to focus on the more personal stuff. Take a couple of personal days for yourself. Allow yourself that indulgence. Don't be overly social this week. I think I've said it before. I wanted to say it again. Just please don't be. Take time out is also some sort of medicine or healing that's happening for you this week. So Libra, who are the players here? So what's on deck for them during this week? I gotta get the moon cards. Libra. Confidence is your key to success, and it's going to be your biggest challenge. It is. Especially when Venus squares the moon, it will be in Leo. So ultimately, there's a sense of the things I don't like about myself being what holds me back. So a sense of acceptance that you are imperfect, acceptance that you don't know the answer to every question, acceptance of your vulnerability, and acceptance of your imperfections. They are your key to success right now, because that's where real confidence is. Confidence isn't arrogance, and confidence is always feeling good about yourself. Confidence is the acceptance of everything that you are and loving yourself even in your imperfections. So that's real confidence. Confident people don't think that they're God. They don't think that they're perfect. That's arrogant people. Confident people know that they mess up. They know that my nose is crooked. They know all those things. And it's like, but I like looking at me. I like who I am, even when I'm not perfect. And understanding that that's the best place you can be in right now. Not trying to hide things, not trying to conceal things, not trying to trick people into thinking something's not there or something is there that isn't. But instead, the acceptance of all of those things that, you know, you've got to clean up. You know, your mess is your mess. Like, this is me. And I'm sticking with me, not falling back on what it may seem easier. It's not going to be easier. I feel like you don't want to fall back, but you don't know if you have the energy to move forward. So it's almost like, okay, you're going to move forward. You have the energy to move forward. You're going to be prodded at to inspire you to keep moving forward. But ultimately, your legs are shaking. Don't expect them to not. This is new territory for you. This is covering new ground. Libra. 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 White Witch. Be the light. Be the light. Wow. That's pretty powerful energy, because what it does is it's you remain wise even when you know you can get away with something because you're surrounded by ignorant people. You understand that you have an advantage, but you take the high ground anyway. You maybe, Libra, are at the center of just demonstrating or exposing this sort of like truth or beauty of the best of yourself. Be the light, White Witch. That's really interesting. Hold on, Libra. Then we have Pallas Athena. So it's definitely a higher frame of mind. This is wisdom and decision making based on wisdom, not just knowledge. And this is Capricornian energy. Something hasn't been done correctly. Something's coming to light. Even if it's not pretty or it bothers you, the truth is there. So look at it. I won't even go as far as to say accept it. This is the sense of look at it. Look at what's in front of you. But I want to go deeper. How do I go deeper? What do you want them to look at? Capricorn, be the light. Pallas Athena. Something, I feel like something's being read to you. Hold on. Hold on. Managing resources for material security is important. This takes certain investment of time. Okay, so something about managing your resources. It hasn't been done well. And this is about recognizing it and admitting it to yourself. So this is management of resources in terms of money, right? It could also be somebody's treatment of you. And just having to almost remind yourself that you have been mistreated or misused. In the same way that you may be mistreating and using your resources to overcompensate. It's like, how much have you overspent to overcompensate to make yourself feel better when somebody else is making you feel like crap, or a situation isn't satisfying you, but you don't want to admit that it's not satisfying you. So you're overspending. Like, go through your books. You'll start to see the overeating, the overspending, the overindulgences, because why? Why do you need that much retail therapy? Because something's not right. And you'll understand that now it's almost like it isn't right. Something is absolutely not right. And you're not going to go on pretending that it is, because you're tired of overcompensating and suffering twice. Let's go to the extended. I'll see you guys there.